All right, guys. Hope you're doing well. Got to pre-record this. I have an event that I got to go to during our normal scheduled weekly watch list time. So if you have stocks you want me to take a look at, just send them to me in the chat, and I can get back to you on them. But so first, let's take a look at SPY. Take a look at the overall market conditions. So you can see here we made a new high this past week. Friday was a weird day. We had an oops reversal happen where we gapped above the previous day and then failed that gap and close within the previous day's range. So we still have green trend bars. We have a squeeze. We had some high volume between this Qs um, and sorry, SPY. And we had two different we had, if you look at QQQ, lost my train of thought there. So we've got 150% relative volume on SPY, QQQ, or on QQQ. On SPY, we had 122%. Take a look at IWM. IWM clearly showing some relative strength, big volume on that day as well. DIA, 143%. So very high volume day. So I think it will be pretty critical to pay attention to Friday's highs and lows. So I think more importantly, the low, because this was a high volume day, a lot of participants in here, and it was kind of a people aren't too sure, obviously, one way or the other, which way they want the market to go. And that goes to show because we closed pretty much right in the center of the range. So what we're looking at now is if we break that low, that can give us some conviction we might head to the downside. But we did see some buyers step in at the end of the day. So that's pretty important. We can look at the other sectors of the market, look a little interesting. You can see Qs or sorry, XLK, struggling with my taker names here. Um, Absolute massive volume, probably due to AVGO, but we are seeing this kind of wedge pattern. We're trading sideways. There's no trend really going on here, but we do have some buy signals coming in, which is naturally a bullish sign. SMH has red trend bars, but we want to pay attention to if this can maintain over the 21 EMA. What makes it a little weird is that AVGO had such a big gap up, and NVIDIA has sold off below its daily 50 and um, has quite a bit of distance until it hits support. You can see we got these three fading bars of momentum on the weekly. And so this might be just in need of a rest before its next move. And then we can look to play it. You can see here we had a buy signal back in here and ultimately ended up giving us a 36% move. So this definitely needs some rest, and it's sitting about 9%, 10% off the highs, which is nothing crazy. So we can continue to just be patient there. But also, the market has given us the cue that we may need to cool down. Okay. We had sell signal here. That doesn't mean this is more not necessarily, oh, go short the market, but this is a signal to say, okay, maybe chill out for a minute on longs. The market is kind of needing to digest. Okay. The last time we got that was here. And then notice what happened. We had this time where we needed to digest, and that's what we're getting right now. So you don't need to be as aggressive during this period of time because things aren't necessarily setting up, right? So we can look for spots of relative strength, and you can see that would be IWM. This one is close to all-time highs. It's the only major index that has not hit all-time highs. So maybe we finally get a breakout on this one. Let's see what else here. So if I look at SPY a little bit further, we've got three bars of fading momentum. So this is going to tell us we may be in a choppy market for a little bit of time, like we have seen for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. We have not gone anywhere in about a month. Okay. So we've seen a lot of just chop and sideways consolidation. And that was indicated by the sell signal that gave us the idea that the momentum has kind of faded, right? So from there, we can take a look at some of the major names. We're seeing some rotation going on. So go to the daily chart. You can see Microsoft started to move into a downtrend here. We kind of sold off pretty hard on Friday, showing some relative weakness. Uh, Apple, oops, Apple has been showing relative strength based on the really nice setup that we had on the weekly chart. You can see we had this big move and very abnormal volume, and that was kind of the kicker to get us going to the upside and have a nice breakout move. And then we form this tight range. And then, so it's just that stair step action. So we got the breakout and now we're continuing higher. I think this one looks great for all time highs. Another one, Amazon looks like it might be getting some rotation. And we've got a move into all time highs, I think, coming up here soon. And we've got this little bit of trend that we're trying to break out of, but I think this one looks great. Had a good day on Thursday and then a little bit of selling on Friday, but we have a buy signal showing up on the daily with green trend bars. And so you can see here, this one just looks pretty good for some upside. And I think if Tesla can get something going, um, that will help the whole consumer discretionary sector move higher, which is XLY. Okay. I am watching Tesla. It's a little difficult to catch this breakout, but I don't want to have money just sitting here trying to continue to catch this breakout here. We tried to catch it on Friday and took a 2% loss on TSLL. So, really, a 1% loss on Tesla if you were trading Tesla stock. And we just couldn't get the breakout, but we're continuing to build higher lows. And I think what we're seeing though is Tesla couldn't break out, but you have to take into account the fact that the market conditions on Friday. It showed relative strength. And if I adjust this level to more of the 350-ish level right there. So you can kind of see that we're starting, or we finally got a close above that. We did get one here, but this one was on high volume. Okay. So keep close eye on this one above previous week's highs. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. And then names, other major names, Meta, just taking a breather. Netflix, we're currently in. We're about flat on this one. We did catch a nice pop, but didn't take any off on it. But this one looks good. It's got a weekly squeeze starting to form, and we're building higher lows. Price is getting pretty tight, and I think that we could see a breakout in this one if the market can cooperate. So this one looks great as well and I'm looking for a new all-time high move. So into the watch list, Spotify within the same sector, the XLC sector. This one looks good. We're getting a tight range in the weekly. We're trading right around that $700 price level, and I think if we can get a breakout, I think we're headed to 785. So our new all-time high, and I think we can go much further than that, potentially even to that $800 level. So keep a close eye on that one. That one looks good. IONQ. So this one here, we had an inside week last week. So simply if we break that high, I think we could see a nice move on this. Let's check the others. QBTS, QUBT, all of these are printing very tight ranges. So RGTI, what's that one look like? Yeah, they're all printing these really, really tight ranges. And if we just go back to IONQ and simply use the previous analysis of, okay, so last time we printed a signal here, we had a move of 56%. Okay. I would love to get a tight risk to reward entry off of this and be able to trade that to the upside. Um, RBRK. So this one is trading after it broke the previous all-time high. It came down, retested it. The only thing is that this has earnings this week, but this is probably the best looking chart in my opinion, especially with a growth name. Um, it looks really, really good here. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to probably wait till earnings, after earnings. Tesla stock in this one. Last time we had a weekly buy signal, it had a 100% move, 98.8% move. So I'm looking to see, can we finally catch the breakout on this one? Um, I've had one small loss from last week, and then I've had one small win of like 30% on options, and then I've had a break even trade on TSLL shares, and then I've had I think that's it. But yeah, that's how many times I've tried to trade this breakout, and it's just continued to fail. And I don't want to be that guy that's tried that many times, and then not catch the actual move. So I have to keep an eye on this one because we know when Tesla moves, it can really move. Got low volume here, so once we can get a high volume breakout, that's what I'm looking for. LEU, I think this one needs more time to digest, but inside candle on the daily or weekly. And then this looks like a pretty good setup here on the daily chart with a daily buy signal right at that $200 level. Okay, so MSTR, this is a little bit different than what we normally look at. This level here comes from the, where is it? Previous all-time high. This level right here. Yep, that previous all-time high right there. So for this name, you can see last time here we got bounce off the weekly 50 and then had some buy signals and then had this really nice move up. Same thing here, and we actually traded that one. So I'm seeing, can we bounce off the weekly 50 here and potentially trade that to the upside as well? I may just wait for a weekly signal again on that one because that probably makes more sense. Zscaler price is getting really tight, trading in this range. Want to see, can we break out from here? AAP, this one, inside candle on the weekly time frame. We've got daily chart buys. And I think once we break above this resistance right here, we should see a really clean move to the upside. Showed relative strength on Friday as well. Car, tight range on the weekly, waiting to see if that can break out. Nothing more to that. Did have a pretty healthy gap down after earnings. Um, yeah, because it missed really, missed really, really bad. But not gonna do anything with this one right now. Just kind of watching it. Dave here. This one looks really, really good. Might need some more time to digest, but once we get that daily or weekly squeeze printing, I think this can be a really great candidate for another move higher. You can see the last time we had weekly signals, the time before that we had weekly signals. Look at the monthly or so yeah, you can see even the sell signals. Sell signals provided some really good setups on this one. So keep an eye on this and see if we can get a break or a move potentially up to 300 at some point this year. We just have to wait for the signal to print. But all right, guys, hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.